Hi, it's Elaine from Penguin Place Crafts. It's Monday. It's still fairly early in the morning. The reason it looks dark in here is that it's heating up outside. It's supposed to get up to around 90 degrees today. So we have blinds closed to try to keep the sun shining in from heating up the house. So I'm just dressed in one of my coolest t-shirts. Eventually the hair is going to go up in the messy bun when it gets a little too hot in here to have it down my neck. And I'm just going to sit in front of a fan and finish projects today because I am in a finish it off, clean out the scrap box. Oh, I didn't bring the scrap box back. Scrap box back to show you. I just keep adding stuff to the scrap box is I make like, oh, I needed blue. I needed a light blue for the penguin. So let's make another blue object with that light blue. And then from the 4-ounce cake, now I've got 3 ounces left. Let's put it in the scrap box. So the scrap box is overflowing right now. So I'm going to spend the day restocking some small items on Etsy that have sold out and use up a bunch of scrap yarn. I'm thinking crushy mushies, the pop top mushroom, and land turtles. I think in the last couple of weeks I've sold like 4 of my free-handed land turtles that are about yay high, and they're in the $12 to $14 range. They work up nicely with scrap yarn, and I've got some good colors that'll work. So that's the plan for the day. And I have 2 things to show you and 2 challenges, an Ami-Along, and I'm going to do a challenge with at least 1 prize. We shall see how it goes. Okay, first, the finishes. I told you yesterday that since I had pulled blue for another project, for the penguin, that I was making a blue Bronto. And there he is. This is the color Glacier with Hobby Lobby's I Love This Yarn. So Mr. Bronto will join the siblings. And now we're back up to 4 again. So I need to get a picture of all 4 of them together, get pictures of him, update the Etsy listing, which I should do before it gets too hot in here. Because I don't like moving the fan. I've got this little fan that my husband made me. But it really helps if there's a big fan blowing on me. And the last time I moved the big fan from room to room, it's a big stand fan. So the pipe within a pipe slid and pinched my finger, and now I don't want to move that fan anymore. I was thinking I should just take my cart that I use for moving stuff around at the craft shows, put the fan on the cart, and then you can just move it from room to room as much as you want and not have to worry about getting your finger pinched. Okay, where was I? Finished items. Try to stick to the subject at hand and avoid the rabbit trails. The second finished object that I have to show you. I finished the penguin. Snorkeling penguin, patterned by Lennutas. I don't know whether it's Lenutas or Lenutas, but I finished him. Oh boy, where do I start with this thing? Tons of sewing. I mean, you had to sew, you had to make the flipper and then sew a little ring to the flipper and sew the flipper to the feet, so on. I call these flippers. What do they call them? Snorkel fins? I would call these wings, they called them flippers. sew on the wings, sew on the nose, sew on the outline for the snorkel, sew on the snorkel, sew on the tail. There were color changes. I mean, from here to here, color changes. At one point, there were 3 colors because you had the purple, you had the light blue, you had the white. So it was a challenging project, and it is done. Okay, so now, first I'll do Ravelry's Ami-Along, because that one will be a little bit easier. Ravelry's Ami-Along starts tomorrow, July 1st. There are, I should have counted, that many designers involved. They will have their patterns on sale for 25% off for the first week of July. So, sale. So then if you make an item from a paid pattern from one of those designers, you can make a project page for it on Ravelry and link your project to the discussion group about, like, there'll be multiple posts, like, here are the forest friends, here are the ocean friends, and you put a thing, like, all done, and you put your picture in there. And that puts you in the running for a number of prizes. Like, there will be one winner in each category, and each designer gets to pick their favorite item that was made from their pattern, and there's a bunch of prizes. So you could go there today and look at the designers and make yourself a wish list, and then tomorrow, once the patterns go on sale, pick up a few patterns for 25% off. The second is a challenge that I am running for the month of this is not February, this is July. Woohoo! Ingest waking liquid. Okay. For the month of July, I'm going to have a Friday freebie video. But I'm going to need some help here. I know that there's this Instagram 5 freebie patterns from Instagram going on. There are a lot of designers who don't put their patterns free on Instagram. They've got them on their website, they've got them on their blog. It's me. All of my free patterns are on my blog. So driving traffic to the blog, getting attention to these designers is the goal of this month's challenge. So where did I put my notebook here? Dude. I'll be back. So apparently the pile of stuff that I was bringing back here for this video only made it as far as the dining room table. Because when I went out looking for my notebook, I found my scrap box. So there's some remnants of the rainbow monster that I made. There's some, like, I had a box of ombre yarn and I just pulled out a bunch of ombres. There's green eyelash yarn from a monster. There's lots of stuff in here. So this is what I'm going to be pretty much focusing on today. Okay, so back to the Friday freebie. There are a bunch of designers that I really like, and I'm probably going to miss some because this was just a list that I made when I was sitting out at my chair this morning mulling over how to run this challenge. I came up with Yarn Society. She has so many cute patterns and some of my bestsellers, including Hildy the Highland Cow. So she's like, okay, free patterns on her website. Okay. Jess Huff. She has a lot of really nice patterns. They are on the bigger side, but she offers them for free. So, Jess Huff. I don't know if I have any pictures of recent makes from her items. I have made a few of her items. They do turn out a little bigger than I like to make for markets. I think hers, when I make them in acrylic weight, they would probably be in the $30 to $35 range. And I just think that 20 and under sells better in my market. So I don't make her stuff quite as much. Grace and Yarn. Okay, I said 20. Ballerina Kitties. This is a Grace and Yarn pattern for a Ballerina Kitty. She has a lot of cute stuff, and I price these at 25. I probably could go higher because of all the detail, but 25 has been a sweet point for me. They do work up fairly quickly because the most time consuming is when you get to the belly around here. There's a lot of stitches, and doing the skirt. The skirt takes a while. So Grace and Yarn is a website that has a lot of free patterns. Okay, what was the next one? Stringy Ding Ding. I'm on her mailing list. I think maybe I don't know if it's every week or every other week. She releases a free pattern. She's got a ton of free patterns on her blog. Lots of cute stuff. I don't know if I have pictures of any of her stuff. The one that pops to my mind is the cup of ramen noodles, and I don't know if I have one of those on my phone to show you. The Friendly Red Fox. She's got a lot of patterns for free. I can think of a few, like there's a friendly octopus and a friendly mini octopus, and those have been good sellers for me. And she has, oh dear, I just made one. Mushroom Boy. Mushroom Boy has been a good seller for me. Actually, maybe that will be on my list of things to make today. Green Fox. Is it Green Fox Farms? Has a bunch of free ones. The Nicole Chase. I'm always making Tanner the Mini Triceratops. And I know that she has some more free patterns on her blog. So, if you make a pattern from one of these designers where you're going to their website or their blog to get the pattern, if you send me a picture of the item that you made, like with the name of the designer, the name of the pattern, you'll be in my Friday freebie video. You have to send it by like Thursday night, 6 o'clock Friday morning, so that when I'm sitting down at the laptop to get everything together, it's there. Make sure that you put like Freebie Friday in the subject line, so if it goes to spam or promotions or something like that, I can still find it. Oh, there, gotta pick that one out. So every Friday in July, I will be doing a focus on Freebie Friday, showing you some fun patterns that are free on the designer's website or blog. And then August 1st or thereabout, depending on how busy I am. I know we've got a family adventure planned in early August because our local daughter is off from work that week, and we're going to spend some time with her and the granddaughter. On or about August 1st, I will do the spinning wheel of names and pick out a winner to send a gift to. This isn't limited. If you want to do a different freebie each week, then Yeah, just you cannot duplicate the same designer and pattern. The pattern from the same design. Like you can't make Hildy the Highland Cow every week and have that counted. You could make Hildy the Highland Cow, and then which is from Yarn Society, and then Charlie the Chick from Yarn Society, and then Cecil the Cat from Yarn Society, so that you're exposing different patterns from that designer. Exposing doesn't sound right. Showcasing. There we go. So only one of that pattern, and it can't be like, oh, this is an Easter egg from this designer. No, it's got to be at least like 4 inches high. It's got to have a little bit of complexity. It's got to take you more than an hour to make. I'm not going to have somebody be, oh, I found an Easter egg from this designer. Oh, I found an Easter egg from this designer. Oh, I found an Easter egg from this designer. No. We want to see like market friendly, but like the $15 to $20 range. I know not everybody puts a price on their stuff, and not everybody's pricing agrees with my pricing. Here in the Buffalo area, it's hard to get sales at craft shows. It's just putting food on the table is the number one priority. Paying the bills comes before buying the stuffed animals. So the really big stuff doesn't usually go unless it's a special occasion. I think that this upcoming Street Fest that I have at the end of July, I think that families are like, oh yeah, we're going to go to Street Fest. We're just going to walk around and see everybody, and we're going to spend some money. So there, people are buying stuff. But at craft shows, stuffed animals have not been moving as well as they used to. So my pricing is probably a little bit lower than some other areas. Okay, did I get through my whole list? I said the Nicole Chase, Tanner, the mini Triceratops, and I probably missed a few designers that I regularly visit and get free patterns from. But as you guys said, did free stuff, I'm sure that I'll find some new designers and some new patterns. Now this should be something that you have not made before. I'm going to go, I think the Nicole Chase has a different dinosaur that I'd never even heard of before. But I'm going to make a dinosaur from her pattern. That's going to be on my list for this week. So there we go. I showed you 2 finishes. I will link the patterns in the description. I told you about the Ami-Along on Ravelry, and I have introduced to you my July challenge, the Freebie Friday. So I'm hoping this will help you to find some new designers that you've never made stuff from before, and you might show me some new designers or some new patterns that I'll just have to make. So it's time to go play with yarn. Turn on a fan, play with yarn. Bye-bye.